I am Story King Brent. This is the vessel. And we're about to learn how to use credit as a vessel today. Tell the story. Got big credit
Что
talk.
ты знаешь? Historia Korolia Brenta.
It's another episode of the Decide to Finish show. I am Story King Brent. Right now we in New York City, man. We right in front of the vessel. Y'all probably thinking like, why we in front of the vessel, man? The vessel costs $200 million. It was just a random project that the city felt that they had to, fund just to have things going on. But the word vessel to me is very powerful because today I'm going to be talking with two gentlemen that use credit as a vessel to fund their lives and fund their dreams. And these cats can teach you how to do the same exact thing.
So my name is Tevin Facey, right? Other half of Millionaire Essentials. This is my partner, Brandon Jackson. We're from Queens, New York. Before we even got to be in Millionaire Essentials, myself personally, I work for Con Edison. If y'all from New York, Tri-State, y'all know what's up. Con Edison Electric. I'm probably the reason why y'all power got turned off. But I was on the solar side of it and everything like that too. But I worked in the city for a long time, blue collar worker, 9 to 5. So I understand what it is to work to get to where you're at now. So that's a little bit about me. And I got a family. I got 2 girls. My wife, she's the person that got me to where I'm at now. So that's who I am. That's Tevin Facey.
It's Brandon the Provider. Y'all know me as Brandon Jackson, my government. We work for the city. We help build the city. Now we help run the city. We teach people how to leverage credit, become entrepreneurs, invest in their business. That's what we do now. We come from 9 to 5 backgrounds right here in New York City, both born and bred in Queens. Like he said, both work for the city jobs. We help build it up, and we leverage that to now get into entrepreneurship and teach business. So now we full-time entrepreneurs, business owners, and we teach people how to access capital, leverage their 9 to 5, and transition that into business and build wealth. That's what we're doing now. Tap in.
We got a lot in common. These guys come from a 9 to 5 side. Y'all know me. I am the Wall Street dropout. You feel me? So I know all about that Wall Street and that 9 to 5 hustle. But one thing is very interesting. When I was doing my research, because I do my research, this guy got the same last name as me, man. We might have been on the same plantation back in the day or something like that. So what's up, my brother? You know what I mean?
It's one of my cousins, man.
Hey, you feel me? How important was it to have like a lady by your side and have it grounded in your foundation? Because unfortunately, I'm still a bachelor out here, man. I'm still in these streets. You feel me? But I do see the importance of the family structure and the nucleus that has. So I would love to get y'all thoughts on how you feel that helped you in your entrepreneurship journey.
I think a lot of it is a foundation because behind every great man is a great woman. And usually, especially in our culture, in a black household, the black woman, or could be black or urban Spanish, is really the ones that hold down the household. You know what I'm saying? They really the superheroes behind what's going on. And for me personally, that's what kept me kind of transition. That's what helped me transition from the 9 to 5 into the business and keep me disciplined. That's what helped me start it. Now I got to come straight home. Now I got to wake up on time. Now I got to do these chores. Now I got to get things done in a more disciplined manner, more orderly fashion. Because now I got roles, responsibilities, and now I have people that care for me. I have people that count on me, and I have somebody to keep me in line. When I'm messing up, she gonna call me out. When she sees something wrong, she gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? So that's my other half that's gonna help me build up as a person. Not just as a family, not just as a man, as just overall better person. So I think that's for anybody to have a significant other to grow with them. That's very important. I think that's the foundation.
Natalie, she's been there for me through everything, right? And she's really been the person that held us together, and even the person that pushed me into entrepreneurship, right? I was on the cusp of it. I've always wanted to do real estate. I've always wanted to do something outside of just working the regular 9 to 5. So she was the person that said, yo, let's do it. Because she's a real executor. So she said, let's do it. I'm the person that likes to plan, right? That you know that person that wants to plan everything, but never get it done? Okay. I'm that person that likes to plan. And I had an executor behind me. So, she's definitely always been there. And, the discipline, like you said, the discipline to actually go ahead and, wake up every morning, take your child to school, even though you have unlimited hours, but they're still so limited, right? You have unlimited hours, but they're still so limited. So, you just got to do everything for your family. Just make sure that you're disciplined in that sense. And, you know, I keep going back to that discipline word because it's definitely important. And commitment and communication. Communication is very big because in everything you're doing, especially now as you're growing, right? Forget the family side, forget the business, but personally between you and your significant other, you got to be able to communicate because that's how you're going to be able to grow.
That's deep. That's
Yes,
deep.
sir.
That goes against everything that's being fed and perpetuated to us in this social media age where it's battle of the sexes and oh, man got to do this and the woman got to do this. Y'all got two live examples right here that the women is keeping the men on point and they're inspiring the men to be better men. We're all better together and not separate, man. So let's take some messages, let's take some lessons from these two brothers, and let's bring the families together. Fellas, if you got a good one, go ahead, cuff her up so you can lock in on your business and you can really decide to finish. Ladies, if you got a good man, hold him up. You feel me? And this is how you could do it. It's two examples right here. Y'all sound like me. Y'all got a lot of beef with 9 to 5s. You didn't see these dudes that took shots at 9 to 5. We only been here for like 5 minutes.
With you being in the 9 to 5, right? You don't always have to be the entrepreneur, right? You don't always have to be the business owner, right? Not everybody can be the person at the top, right? There has to be, there has to be people. It's just a chain of order, right? There has to be people that's working. There has to be people that's under you. But if you really want to be in the 9 to 5, you want some stability, then you need to start investing, right? And start to invest. If you're gonna invest, buy real estate. If you are going to invest, you can buy a business that's currently absentee and cash flow and passive income, right? Those things are important because then now, if you are making $100,000 a year, $100,000 in this economy is probably not enough anymore, right? So now, if you can bring in an extra 30, 40, 50,000 a year, that's just coming in. Now you're making 150,000 a year, right? And as your salary increases, potentially your business salary could increase as well. But you're still making more than what you were making before. So obviously you don't always have to be the person at the top. You always have to be the person that's making the decisions, that's making the shot, that's calling the shots, right? So I think that's something important for a lot of people. You got to start investing. You have to start investing. And in order for you to do that, you need to understand that your credit is very important. And trust me, my partner, I already know he's gonna break it down.
Nah, so my outlook basically, like Tevin always says, right? You gotta invest. You gotta invest. One source of income is too close to zero, right? You from Wall Street, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Wall Street Dropout to be exact. StoryKingBrent.com.
there you go. So we don't preach leave your 9 to 5, especially if you have a family. Reason being, you gotta have a source of income. What people are teaching these days is the issue, right? Especially in 2024. Leave your 9 to 5. I'm gonna sell you this program. You about to make $200,000. Then you do that 6-12 months in, you ain't got no money. Now you got to look for another 9 to 5. If you have responsibilities, this is for my people. I'm gonna say two things. For my people that have families, start slow. You want to get into business, that's fine. But your 9 to 5 is your first investor, like Tevin always says. It's your first investor. Start learning. Start getting your feet wet. Start getting on Wall Street investing. Whatever business you want to get into, learn as much as you can about it. Start getting your feet wet while you still have your primary source of income, because that's going to be what you're going to use to invest in that business. The money doesn't pop out of nowhere. We're going to show you how to leverage your credit to get capital, but you still got to pay that capital back. It takes a long time for you actually to profit. A lot of businesses takes 1, 2, 3 years for you to become profitable. So you got to have a source of income, especially if you have responsibilities. For my people that don't have no responsibilities, no family, you by yourselves, you got all the time in the world. So you should be having as many hustles as possible, stacking your bread. So now you could jump out the window 50, 100 grand, 200 grand up. So now you're ahead of the game. You can invest in that business, in that real estate. So now you could go off racing. You can hit the ground running. So keep your 9 to 5 until your business has taken off where you're comfortable enough to leave. Don't listen to all the success stories, the one in the millions. Oh, I jumped out the gate. I made $1 million my first year. That's the one in the millions. That's the people that made the NBA.
Yep.
Is it possible?
1%ers.
Yes, anything is possible.
Right, anything.
But let's go with statistics and what's more likely. Invest in yourself, leverage your 9 to 5, grow your business, and then use that to transition into success. So that's what I tell people.
And he said something about statistics real quick, right? So, this is something that we always talk about on our webinar, and this is something that I want you guys to keep in your head. 82% of businesses fail in their first 3 years.
There you go.
And these are businesses that are starting up, right? If you can buy a business or you can buy something like an asset, like real estate, something that's tangible, that it goes up in equity, that you can actually make money from it every single month. That's something that you want to start to look into, right? Sorry, Airbnb, Toro, Amazon, all these businesses, they fail after a certain amount of years because people don't have enough dedication and execution to actually keep doing it.
I'm out here with my Queens brothers, straight from Left Rack and East Elmhurst. Ain't
Nah,
that right,
nah,
fellas? You know what I'm saying? That's where y'all from, right?
Nah, see, so when you
Nah.
from New York, you gotta be clear
Right,
on where you
right.
from. I'm not from Left Rack. I'm not from East Elmhurst. I'm from Jamaica,
you heard,
Queens.
You heard the way he said
I'm
it?
from Jamaica,
Lefrak.
Queens.
He said Lefrak. That's what he said, Lefrak. I'm from Springfield. I know what's going on, man.
See, New York, you gotta say exactly where you from. You
Yeah.
can't be, oh, I'm from over here. I'm from over here.
Hey, look. Look.
Shout, that's why you got the.
Oh, you got. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, you realize it.
As y'all know, this is the Decide to Finish show. And I can remember vividly, there was a time where I realized in corporate America, I had got promoted once. And I realized I looked at the vice president position and what I had to do to become a VP versus what I was going to be getting paid. I'm like, bro, the risk not worth the reward. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of other things going for me. At the time, I had real big music production placements. My DJing was going crazy. I didn't have any other responsibilities, so I took a bet on myself. I was like, look, I'm finished with this Wall Street joint. I'm going to take a bet on myself. And now, you already know how I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? Consulting company going off the racks, DJ every weekend, city to city, and most importantly, building this community with y'all, man, the finishers. So I'd love to ask this question to my fellow hustlers, my fellow entrepreneurs. At what moment did y'all decide, look, I'm going all in with this? You know what I'm saying? There's no turning back. I'm making the decision right now. I'm deciding to finish what I got going on, and there is nothing else for me. You know what I'm saying? It's either this or nothing.
I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Definitely, like I said, your 9 to 5 is your first investor. I jumped in the water with no life jacket. I don't suggest it, but that's my story. So it was around COVID, right? When COVID happened, New York was probably one of the worst places hit by COVID. So working on a job, everybody was forced to take the shot. And all these new rules changing. So working for the MTA, I was there that time probably 12, 13, 14 years, something like that. And I was already slow rolling into my entrepreneur journey. Once COVID hit, and then all these rules, and then once they started coming down on what I have to do, what I can't do, I realized how much handcuffs I was in with my life, with my family's life, that it was at a boiling temperature. I was just tired of it. And then that compiled up with a bunch of family things going on. I was like, yo, I just want to go all in on what I really want to do, what I'm truly here for. So I said, I'm tired of this. I don't see a promising solution for my future here. I've been doing this 12, 13 years. It's the same thing, same hamster wheel over and over again. I don't see where I'm going in this life. I'm working every day, slaving, physical work. My health is getting worse by being here. You know what? I need a better solution. I need to jump full out into this water and do what I really want to do. And there's no turning back. So that's when I realized, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And this is where I'm jumping out. And there's no turning back. And ever since then, it's full steam ahead with my partner.
My moment that I decided to finish, it was actually December 3rd, 2021. No, December 1st, sorry. December 1st, 2021. December 3rd is my dad's birthday. December 1st, 2021. And the moments that led up to it was the same thing. You had to take the shot. If you didn't take that shot, you can't work. So that decided, the money that was coming into my household to take care of my family. But in between that, I was already dabbling in the entrepreneurship, right? I was already doing the funding. I just had purchased some real estate. I had purchased real estate before that. So I had sources of income that was starting to come in around the same time, right? And same thing. I did the same thing like Brent. I'm going to be honest. I jumped 2 feet straight to the water, no life jacket. I can swim, though. I don't know about him.
I can't. I was...
He's over here pedaling. I was already doing funding before that, so for me it was an easier transition. For me now, I could make more calls during the day. Now I could reach out to more people. So for me, that was my moment that I decided to finish, and I decided to go full steam ahead with Millionaire Essentials. It didn't start at Millionaire Essentials, but we decided to come together and make it Millionaire Essentials now, right? And that's how me and my partner got together inside of this thing. But I really want to say to everybody that is working now currently, like Brandon says, don't leave if you don't have to, right? Stability is key. especially in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Stability is very key. If you can have stability, oh man, you won right there. In entrepreneurship, if you can have stability, that is the most amazing thing. So keep your stability in the meantime while you start to build up your income, while you start to buy more businesses, while you start to buy more real estate, so that you can now your income is replaced by whatever ventures you get into, whether it's 2 times or 3 times, right? A lot of people with risk tolerances ain't the same. So if you can get something that can cover your income that you had before 2 or 3 times more, I think that's what you need, and that's how you can decide to finish.
Yeah. Sure, got sincere. I got a hell of a process, bro. Everybody learn from each other. You get what I'm saying in that space. I got you. But
See, this,
I'm up to
this ain't even scripted,
bro.
man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting
You never know. You outside hustling.
I see when I seen your shirt, I said, "Oh, say less." I gotta reach out. Y'all be
Good
good,
looking.
man.
Appreciate
I'd love
you,
to
man.
see
Have a
y'all
good day,
brothers.
man.
Y'all too.
Peace, bro.
Nice to meet you. It's on.
Peace. Yes, sir.
For sure. Send me. I'm on biz. Send me that. I need that too.
Big credit talk on the way. I'm talking about millions. Dealing with the millionaire essentials, right? We talking about cats get 300,000 in funding to fund your business. That's over $250,000. I don't know about y'all. I'm from Chicago, bro. People don't see that type of bread. So these cats is about to give away these secrets, and I need y'all to listen intently, man. Get your pens and pencils out while they give you this game on how to get funded for your business. Pay close attention. Millionaire Essentials, Story King Brent, decide to finish.
Our goal is to get you more capital than the first letter in your name. What we teach is how to leverage credit to get into entrepreneurship. Things change in the credit industry, right? The banks go up and down. The country's cyclical. Y'all see what's going on in the government. Y'all see who we gonna have for president. We gonna have 2 bozos in there, whether you like it or not. So you gotta know how to continue to be successful in business. So the easiest way to start in business is not coming out your own pocket. You want to leverage the banks. So by leveraging the banks, you got to know how credit works. You got to know how business works. So we teach you how the banking industry works. We teach you how the credit system works. And we teach you how to access capital to get that 50 to 100K to put into business. Because you're going to be able to get 50, 100, 200K faster than you can make it and faster than you can save it. Remember that. The billionaires, Bill Gates, all these people, they leverage capital. They borrow money. They raise money. They do not use their own money. Their own money is a last resort. Donald Trump bankrupt America and all these other countries and do it all over again by borrowing.
All day.
He becomes a billionaire by doing that. So why aren't you doing what the billionaires are doing? So we teach you guys to do what the billionaires are doing to gain wealth. We teach you how to build your credit up the right way.
Yes,
Teach you how to build your LLC, your entity structure up the right way. We teach you how to build your business credit up the right way to be able to leverage that to scale to make 6 and 7 figures. That's what we do. So we teach you how to skip the pain and the mistakes that we made, jumping in the water, not knowing how to swim. I want you to skip that. I don't want you to do that because it was a struggle. So we can show you how to skip the struggle and get straight to the point where you guys are successful. That's the main goal. Because if you're successful, we're successful. Each one teach one. The more people that become successful, the more we could come together and we all become wealthy. So that's our goals here at Millionaire Essentials.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we let you know exactly what banks to go to, right? The data points, the things that you need to do so that you can get that 250, that 300,000 that you're looking for in funding. But not only just teaching you how to get it, right? We're giving you the plan. We're giving you the steps on what to do after, right? Like Brandon said, we can get you 100K faster than you can save it and faster you can make it. But what are you gonna do with that 100K when you get it? Right? Are you actually gonna take it and put it into an asset? Are you actually gonna take it and buy a business? Are you actually gonna take it and make money from that money? Right? That's the goal, right? That's the name of the game. You gotta make money from the money that you're borrowing. So at the end of the day, at Millionaire Essentials, we don't just get you the funding, we give you the plan. That's what's important.
Keep game and lock in on what's going on. Right now, I'm about to have them tell y'all a couple success stories of their program. And I really want y'all to lock in, man. Decide to finish.
I know you see my guy Tevin out here shining with the shades on. He got the Cuban, no mark. He got all that on. But when we talk, right? When we talk, we're not talking from an influencer marketing perspective. We talking from we really do this perspective. We're really out here doing what we say perspective. There's a lot of influencer marketing, which is cool, but listen to the people and follow the directions of what's really working. So we're out here, when we're saying we're going to help you get capital, right? We're going to help you get capital, but not only we're going to do that, we're going to help you use that capital and put it in your business and actually become profitable. Success has receipts, right? So we actually have students, we actually have clients that we're actively helping them get real estate deals, purchase property, put their money in their business, making profit. We're following their journey and we're making sure they get the capital and able to put it in their business and become profitable. Because the first step, that's just the first step, is getting the money. But having a plan and executing is really what you need to do. So we actually have a bunch of students who access the capital and we're helping them along their journey get their real estate, do flips, get buying holds, get their businesses, get into marketing, get into sales, and making sure they're actually making the money while leveraging the capital. So that's what we're doing. We have hundreds and hundreds of receipts. Tevin could break down some of the things as far as funding that we was able to do the last couple of weeks alone.
We really broke through this year in our first quarter. Definitely did more than $2 million in funding, right? And $2 million in
the big
funding. $2 million in
big
funding.
two.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you guys really think about it, right, it's not just about the $2 million. It's about what they're gonna be doing with that $2 million, right? Each and every person that was able to access that capital is able to put it inside of their business to grow exponentially, right? So we actually had somebody that was able to get a line of credit and a credit card. He's down in Maryland. He got over $150,000 in funding, and he's using it for his construction business. In this first quarter alone, just because of that capital, he's done over $400,000 in revenue. He was able to buy 2 properties, and he's done over $400,000 in revenue. Look, listen, if you don't see it yet, trust me, the episode is coming. He's been hitting me up like, yo, I need to get on the podcast. I need to talk to y'all. Because trust me, what I've been doing is all because of you guys. The success is there and the receipts are there. You just have to be able to follow the blueprint. Follow what we're giving you and understand exactly what we're telling you to do and follow the T. Follow it to a T. That's all you need to do. We also had one person, he got over, I think it was $80,000. He put it into a flip and now he's going to be making over $150,000, right?
Yeah.
In that flip just alone. And now he's already bought a second property and he's about to do it again. The process is there. The capital is there. You just got to follow it to a T. Have the discipline.
It's about education and execution. We're giving you the education. And what we want to tell y'all right now, after I join this episode, education is free. Every week we doing free webinars. So all you got to do is just take the time out to really get educated. And now once you jump on our free webinar and get educated, we're going to help you execute. So catch us on our free webinar we're going to have every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll drop the link on this episode.
Yes, sir.
Catch us on there, and we're going to educate you on our process.
After all this knowledge we gained, man, I read somewhere that y'all said this is the only business that you can have where you making $100K and you only working a couple hours a week. How in the world is we supposed to pull something like that off, man? Can you tell me, bro?
Now let's get into the business of what we actually do, right?
Facts.
What we promote is a laptop lifestyle.
Laptop money.
Laptop money. So that's what we like to call it, right? The reason why we like to call it a laptop lifestyle, it is exactly what it says. Getting money with your laptop. I could be in Hawaii. I could be in a city. I could be at Starbucks and still get my business done and still get my work done. By that, I mean, since COVID, a lot of people don't want to be stuck up and getting back in these offices and be uptight and be around people. So you want to create a lifestyle where you could carry a laptop and get all your business done. So we help people get funded. By that, we actually get you funded and we charge a percentage. So by doing that, we can actually have a laptop lifestyle, maybe 1, 2, 3 hours a day, make our phone calls, send out emails, type up whatever we need to type up, make our calls to our bankers or emails to our bankers, and our day is done. A couple hours each day and get paid to fund businesses, individuals, and so on and so forth. So that's the type of lifestyle that we want to create and we want to teach you guys. So now you could get up to make 5 to 6 figures a month by doing that if you know how to leverage the banks, if you know how to build credit, if you know how to help people build their business up, if you know how to help people get access to capital. Once you know how to help people get access to capital, you're an asset anywhere. Anywhere, any business. If you are a scripper, if you are a chef, if you an officer, you can be anything. As long as you know how to get people money, you're an asset in any field. That's a laptop lifestyle.
in addition to this being my plantation Jackson brother, you also a middle child too.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Middle-
he did his research. He did his
You
research.
feel me? It's that middle child supremacy. I preach this all the time, bro. We are the most successful people in the world. Why? Because we had to learn how to live in several different environments. On one hand, I had my older brother. I had to learn how to live in his life. And then I had a younger sister, and I had to learn how to exist in her world. Whole time, there is a little downfall with being a middle child because honestly, if it wasn't for my precious little sister, I wouldn't even be here. You feel me? Like my parents only tried to have another child because they wanted her. They didn't even want me. You feel me? What I really want to get into is how ourselves as children shaped us into the men that we are. So I really wanted to get an insight into you two about how when you were shorties, was y'all selling candy? Was y'all like what made you into the men that y'all are today? And what gave y'all that mindset growing up to be who you became?
I come from a two-parent household, right? I'm not gonna be out here saying I was from a single-family household like a lot of people be doing. I was from a two-parent household, so I was definitely afforded the luxury of having that, and it showed me a lot, right? But it wasn't because of just them being together, but it's because of what my mom actually did a lot, right? My mom was very heavy on working hard, right? No matter what she was doing, she had to keep doing more. Whatever she was doing, it was never enough. So when she became a nurse, she said, "No, I'm not just gonna become a nurse. I'm gonna get a second job." But the second job wasn't just a job; it was actually a journey on entrepreneurship. It just opened my eyes more. So between that like 10 to 14 age, my mom passed when I was 14. Between that 10 to 14 age, I saw something different. I saw something different than everybody else around me. My father, he owned a mechanic shop from before, but he actually stopped it and just went right back to a 9 to 5 because he wanted to give my mom more opportunity to become bigger because she had more drive, she had more execution. She was the person that she was gonna go out there and get it no matter what. So he actually took that step back, that sacrifice, and it was definitely something that I commend him doing because he didn't have to do that, right? As men, we're egotistical. We want to be the person on top, but he actually took that step back, and that actually showed me not only just entrepreneurship, but it showed me communication. That's what helped me throughout my entrepreneurship journey. What made me where I'm at now, and where I'm going to be later on down the line.
Yeah, I was a middle child like the Three Little Bears. All of us was different, right? All my brothers was different. Little brother, he may want it hot. I wanted it just right. My older brother may want the food cold. So we grew up in a house. So I was mostly raised by my mother and my aunt. But I grew up I would say 4-parent household. I know that sounds crazy, but I had my mother, my aunt, my stepfather, my little brother's father was around for a while. My biological father, he was around for a little while, but it was always a bunch of in and out. The main people was really my mother and my aunt was really raised us. Three boys, right? So being a middle child and being that we're all different, I was always the outspoken one. I was always the one that was just out of there doing all types of stuff. And growing up, I was consider myself probably lost in a lot of ways. Knowledge and experience is definitely powerful for children because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to be in life. I just knew my experiences, what I was subjected around what I was around, neighborhood, the people. That's all I really knew. I had blinders on. So for a long time, I was walking through life like I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to be till I started getting experiences of talking to other people outside neighborhood, outside the city, outside the state. Once I started opening my mind and seeing what's possible, I started to see entrepreneurship. I started to see business. I started to see where I really wanted to go. So as a younger kid, I was just wanting to do what was around me. Play sports, hang out, mess with girls. That was basically my life. I'm gonna be honest. Ain't no super crazy story or that was my life. Regular hood, basic story. Until I got older and started figuring out it's way more to life. It's way more to this. So that's kind of went through a lot of different experiences that molded me, that shaped me. A lot of painful ones, a lot of strong ones. But definitely, I would say I had a good childhood based on what my mother was able to do, raising us, working a lot of long hours. Now it's up to me to return the favor, raise my daughter, help my mother out, help my family out, and that's my goals. This thing fucking
Yo, fair. I like that.
Like I said, man.
You gotta let me know off rip. You ain't You ain't hit me with the. I got this. You ain't hit me with that.
You told me to go.
Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, right? It's Tevin Facey, Tevin. Like Tevin Campbell. Yeah, I can't sing. I can't sing now.
Like Tevin.
I got the glasses,
like Tevin.
But you can find me on Instagram, Tevin Facey. You can find my partner Brandon.
Brandon the provider. Brandon THE, not the provider. I know how y'all are. Brandon
he used to have it.
Provider.
Look, don't let him try to lie to y'all now. He used to have the DA.
At Brandon the provider, and follow our business page at Millionaires Essentials.
Yes, sir.
A couple main takeaways before we wrap this up that I want y'all to hear, man. On this episode, we got a taste of what happens when two men sit down and they become disciplined. They listen to the women that they chose in their life to hold them up. They come from solid backgrounds of family. I think that's a common theme within this story, y'all. I think we need to lock in on our family values. We need to lock in on our discipline and our execution and our communication. These are common themes that have got us to where we are at a standpoint, and we got two people right here that are telling y'all the game. So first and foremost, lock in on the Millionaire Essentials. I need y'all to hit this link at the bottom of the screen. Can I get a specialized link or something, man? Everybody, all the cool shows get a specialized link. You feel me? Like, I mean that for all my people that's finishing, that's watching this, all my people that's finishing, that's following on social media, lock in, get this funding, get this discipline, and most importantly, decide to finish, man. It's another episode. Y'all take it easy, bro.